Hello everyone. My name is Pablo, and I work in the migration law area at Leg Law Firm. The goal of this video is to offer a complete guide for foreigners wishing to apply for Argentine citizenship. I believe it's important to start by mentioning that there are only two ways to obtain Argentine citizenship. A foreigner can acquire Argentine citizenship by option or by naturalization. We will focus on the latter. Argentine citizenship by naturalization can be requested by any foreigner who meets the requirements established by law and submits the corresponding documentation. It's important to clarify before delving into the requirements that Argentine citizenship is not requested from the National Directorate of Migration. The citizenship application process is a judicial process carried out in the corresponding federal courts. To know which court to start the application in, keep in mind that the competent courts will be those corresponding to the applicant's place of residence. For example, if the applicant lives in the province of Buenos Aires, the application must be filed in the federal courts of the district where they live. The same applies if they reside in the city of Buenos Aires or any other province in the country. In terms of requirements, the applicant must, first, be over 18 years old. Have 2 years of uninterrupted residence in the country. Show that their income comes from a legal source. Have no criminal record or any international restrictions. It is important to clarify that proficiency in the Spanish language is not required, nor is it necessary to pass any type of exam, for the granting of citizenship. Regarding the required documentation, the applicant must have a valid passport or identity document, birth certificate, criminal record certificate from the country of origin, address certificate, and proof that income is from a legal source. For independent contractors or self-employed individuals, this will involve documentation confirming this status, while those working under an employment relationship can provide a work certificate issued by their employer. It's essential to know that all documentation brought from abroad, or obtained at the consulate of the applicant's country of origin, must be apostilled or legalized by the Argentine Ministry of Foreign Affairs. If any documents, including the passport, are not in Spanish, they must be translated, and the translator's signature must be authenticated by the relevant professional association. Some of the previously mentioned requirements have corresponding exceptions. For example, foreigners with a criminal record may still request Argentine citizenship if certain conditions are met, which we won't discuss in this episode due to technical specifics that don't apply to most cases. More commonly, cases arise in which the applicant does not meet the 2 years of uninterrupted residence requirement but has a child born in Argentina or is married to an Argentine national. In these cases, either family connection overrides the residency requirement, allowing both the Argentine spouse or the parent of an Argentine child to request citizenship, regardless of their length of residence in the country. Once all the above documentation is gathered and all legal requirements are met, the application process can begin. After the case is assigned to a court, we can monitor its status through the judicial branch's website. The process starts with what is known as the initial order, where the judge orders the production of evidence to confirm compliance with the legal requirements. The court will issue court orders to certain agencies to verify that the applicant has no criminal record in Argentina and no international restrictions, such as an international arrest warrant. The number of court orders depends on the court handling the case. For those unfamiliar with legal terms, these court orders, in Argentina, are how the court requests information from other agencies. Since they are an order, public agencies have a deadline to respond. Failure to comply on time may result in fines or even criminal penalties for the responsible official. The court will also order the publication of legal notices in a newspaper chosen by the court. The cost of these notices varies depending on the newspaper. Their purpose is to publicly announce the citizenship application, allowing the general public to oppose it if they have evidence that the applicant does not meet legal requirements. Although this rarely happens, it is a formality that must be observed. Once all court orders are answered and the notices are published, the case is ready to be sent to the relevant prosecutor's office. The public prosecutor's office is a body outside the judiciary that studies the case and issues an opinion on whether to grant the application. If the prosecutor raises no objection, the case returns to the court with this opinion and is ready for a ruling. To be clear, if all legal requirements are met, the correct documentation is submitted, all court orders are answered, and the notices are published, the case should result positively for the applicant, granting the requested citizenship by court ruling. Once the ruling is obtained, an appointment must be scheduled for the oath ceremony. This is a formality where the applicant swears allegiance to Argentina, which is granting citizenship, and is then issued a citizenship certificate. This public document, signed by a judicial authority, certifies that Argentine citizenship has been granted. With this document, the applicant can go to the National Registry of Persons to obtain a new Argentine national identity document and passport if desired. If the applicant previously held a national identity document due to a residence permit, they should note that the document number will change as the state now considers them a citizen rather than a foreigner. It's essential to remember that there is a 1-year deadline to request the new national identity document. Failure to do so within this time may result in revocation of citizenship. Once these documents are in hand, the entire process is complete. To conclude, I'd like to address a controversial but necessary topic. We often receive questions about this, and the discussion it generates is always valuable. Many people ask, is it necessary to hire a lawyer for this process? The answer is no. Interestingly, in this judicial process, the applicant can proceed without a lawyer. However, is it advisable to hire a lawyer? That depends. Mainly, it depends on the applicant's time availability. The judicial process requires several in-person actions, including frequent visits to the court and public agencies to handle the court orders. Another important factor is the desired speed of the process. A lawyer's involvement can significantly reduce processing time due to access to the judicial branch's web portal, where judicial writings and documents can be submitted online. Without a lawyer, the applicant must submit everything via email, which can slow down the process, as the courts receive dozens of emails daily related to this issue. Additionally, lawyers know procedural deadlines and efficient methods for handling court orders. This is especially relevant if the applicant does not speak Spanish. I often use this analogy: anyone can cut their hair at home with their tools instead of going to a barber. Of course, you save the cost of the barber's work. However, will the self-cut be as precise? Will it take as much time as a barber? Probably not. Ultimately, it's a personal decision for the applicant. We understand that this episode may have been long, but we felt it necessary to provide a detailed and accurate guide on this topic. Soon, we'll discuss different types of residence permits that can be requested from migration and other aspects of migration law that may be of interest. To stay updated, subscribe to our channel and follow us on social media linked in the video description. If you know someone who may need this information, feel free to share this episode with them. If you need assistance with your citizenship application or any other matter, you can contact us directly through our contact channels. We're here to help. See you next time.